Good afternoon. This is my second attempt at this. I kept cocking the story up. I'm going from swinging from one story to the next and forgetting what the first one was. It's part of my age, isn't it? I'm going back 60 years ago today. My sister, aged 32. I know some of you may have heard this story. If you have, just scroll by. You don't have to keep saying, oh, we've heard that, because there's an hell of a lot of people joined me channel on YouTube and TikTok. I've got 97,000 followers between the two platforms now. Is that what you call it, platform? I don't know, all this talk, you know. Anyhow, a lot of you haven't heard the story. So, my sister was 32 and pregnant. She already had 2 kids. Kevin was 7. Bernadette was 5. Kevin had a caliper on his leg, and they were with my mother. the dad used to go to work, so my mum used to mind him while Joey, the dad, went to work. Anyway, she was pregnant 60 years ago today, and my mum come in. I worked in Taverners at the time. And my mum come in over the moon. Well, she was coming in all week and saying, oh, May was my sister's name. She was 32. And when May was 13, the dog ran down the stairs and knocked her spine back and broke it, and she couldn't walk properly till she was 21. Then she walked with a very bad limp. So our poor Connie reminds me so much of my sister. She really does. She was beautiful, our May, absolutely beautiful. I have showed you the photograph of her. And if I had it, I've got it around anyway. Notice one upstairs. Anyway, let me get on with this story. So my mum's coming in each day. When May was about 8 months, I always done her clean, and I was only 14, 15 around that time. 15, I think it was. And yeah, I would have been 16 in December. And I used to go and clean for her in the bungalows in Diners Lane. And before she went in hospital, her husband was telling me mum, and May was telling me mum, that he kept hearing a bang at the door at 9 o'clock at night, a big bang on the door, and he'd go out and nobody was there. And this happened on 3 nights. Oh, you never seen my nails, have you? There they are, there they are. They're not in the big long ones out the thing, because I've got no nails, and the gel, and I can stand them on because I don't feel like I've got any on. Get back with the story. So he kept hearing the bang at the door 9 o'clock of a night, and on the next night it happened again. Then the 3rd night he thought, I'm going to be waiting for them, and he'd run out right away, no one there. This happened when she was about 8 months pregnant. I was a cleaner for her, because she had difficulties, and I didn't have a mop then. Down on my hands and knees cleaning for her in the house and that. And someone had bought, she had one of them, you know, the old-fashioned glass cabinets where you had ornaments and dishes in. She had one of them. Someone had bought her an ornament, and I was cleaning, and I looked up and I went, oh, I don't like that. She said, you don't like what? I said, that thing there. It was supposed to be a statue of our Lord in a cave, and it wasn't. It was shaped in a coffin. And I went, I don't like it. It's shaped in a coffin. And she went, oh, frig off you, in a coffin. It isn't. It's Jesus in a cave. I went, oh, whatever. Now, when you're that age, you're cocky, aren't you? Whatever. I said, well, to me, it looks like it's Jesus in a coffin. So that was that. She was 8 months pregnant. Anyhow, she had Kevin, who was 7, and Bernadette, who was 5. She had them in the University College Hospital in London. She had them too, because she had difficulties with her walking and that, and the way her pelvis was and everything. Now, this baby, Paul, who's 60 today, I've wished him happy birthday. He's still alive, thank God, and he's doing well. Well, what was I saying? Hang on. Yeah, she had Paul, Kevin and Bernadette in the University College Hospital in London. Now, with Paul, Oxford Street said Well, it's no use of going all the way to London. We can do the same to maternity hospital. We can do exactly the same here as what London can do, okay? So they went along with that, and she got taken in about 3 or 4 weeks before she was due. And my mother's going in. I'm working in Taverners. I'm home about 6 o'clock of a night. And as she's, progressing nearer her time to deliver the baby, my mum was coming in all that week, and she's upset, and she's saying, she's fading, my baby's fading. Well, I didn't know what it meant. Like, and I'm saying, what do you mean, ma'am? And she's saying she's not well at all, she's not well at all. This was the week building up to the baby being born. Anyway, she comes in 60 years ago today. I come home from work, and I was nearly 16, I told you, and I had long auburn hair down my back, what got washed every single night. And we didn't have hairdryers then, we just used to, well, don't think we did, we don't remember having a hairdryer. I used to bend over by the fire and brush it. So, my mum come in 60 years ago today, and she said, thank God, this blessed mother, she's had a little boy, because we didn't have telephones then, did we? Well, we never. So we're all over the moon. The birth's over with. She's had a little boy. She's called him Paul. Joey, her husband, was made up. We were all delighted it was all over with. Another nephew for me. I think Paul was about me. I was only 15. I think Paul was about me 9th or 10th nephew or niece then, because I've got over 100 odd now. We were all delighted. So the next morning, I goes to work, and as usual, yeah. Let me just see what I'm on. The next morning was the 30th. Everyone having a little, had a little celebratory drink, sort of thing. My mum never. My mum was still very upset over it, saying, oh, she'd be all right now, it's all over with and that, and God bless her, it should be, everything should come right now. So, I can't remember what weight our Paul was, but now he's 6 foot something now, and a lovely lad, got a family of his own and that, and he's been through it. He's had a cancer scare, and he had his cancer removed from his stomach by robots and that, but he's doing great. As I say, I said to him this morning, don't let the old man in your head, Paul, think young. And he sent back, he said, I refuse to grow old. It must run in our family, mustn't it? Because I refuse to grow old as well. So that was that. Now this is going to be a part 1. And I'll tell you, the after thing, I'll tell you part 2 tomorrow. I'll go through that tomorrow with you. So I hope you'd all subscribe and tell your friends and that, because I know I've got like another, since last month, I've got about another 200 or 300 subscribers joined, but a lot are not sharing it to let people know what this channel, what they call it, is about. Because it's not just about, well, I do, don't I? I do some cookery, some storytelling, me going out, visiting around Liverpool, or if I'm abroad, I take you around abroad. And I don't just stick to one thing like some people. I'm the best on here, I must admit. Come on, I must admit, I'm the best one on here. Yous all love me because I don't just stick to one thing. And sometimes I arse around and I put my cat and tape wig on and things like that to make you laugh, because that's what I love doing. I've always been the same. Making people laugh. I'll tell you another little story now, but this story I've just told you, part 2, I'll do tomorrow for another story for you to watch. I was at the bus stop the other day, Wednesday, and the lady started talking to me. She didn't know me. She didn't know me off TikTok, nothing like that. She didn't know me. So anyway, she started talking about the school, and she went to the school I went to, and she's saying, do you remember Miss Scully? Do I remember her? I'll never forget her. Do I remember Miss Coleman? I'll never forget her either. So anyway, we started talking. Hang on. We started talking, and I said to her, I remember a story about Miss Scully. I said, I'll tell you a story about Miss Scully. She was our cookery teacher. Let me clean my glasses. Oh, there you are. I can see you now. I was looking through foggy glasses. Anyway, so Miss Scully was our cookery teacher. They all had it in for me. I was always tall at school, and I used to knock around with smaller girls than me, not by choice, just that we all met when we were 10, and we're still mates now to this day. We still go out and that. And we're all, well, I'm 76 next month. Sally's already 76, and Irene's 76 in March next year. We still all see each other. And Margie's about 2 years younger than us. We still all see each other. So what was I saying again? Miss Scully, she was the cookery teacher. So she used to go down to the head office every now and again, and she'd say, now, all get on with your work while I won't be 2 minutes. I want no carryings on while I'm out. We were baking something that day. Don't ask me what we were baking, but I ended up with spaghetti. And I'm arsing round, throwing the spaghetti on the ceiling. And there's little blobs here and there and that. And they're all laughing their head off. And I'm laughing with them. Then we heard her coming up the stairs, so we all gets back, serious face on. So all the class is tittering. Me. She comes in. She goes, what's been going on? And they're all going, nothing, miss. I kept my mouth shut, me. Nothing, miss. So she said, something's been happening. What are you all tittering at? I'm still with a straight face, shitting myself. I'm looking at this blob of spaghetti. She's right underneath it. And it's swinging. And I'm thinking, oh, I can't say I was saying, please, God, don't, because I don't remember saying sayings like that at the time when I was only 14, 15. But I'm looking at it thinking, oh, please don't fall on her head. Please don't fall on her head. And I'm looking, I'm thinking, and she's saying to me, what have you been up to, Catherine? What? Me, nothing, miss. Nothing. Oh, yes, you are. I haven't. I get the blame for everything. I haven't. Why pick on me? Should why pick on you? Because the whole class is giggling and tittering while you are standing with a straight face with your eyes rolling. I was rolling them because I'm looking at the fucking ceiling. The spaghetti fell on her head. And I said, I haven't been up to nothing, miss. Anyway, it never dropped on her head. So thank God I can say now for that, small mercies. And Miss Coleman was our cookery teacher. No, she wasn't. Miss Scully was. Okay. Miss Coleman was our, what would you call it? Needlework teacher. Yeah, that's what she was. And she was only a little skinny thing like that. And I've always been taught, see my nails. I didn't ask her to do it. I can't even feel them on. I can't stand acrylics on because I can't breathe. These, fantastic. These are gel nails. So, get back to the story. Miss Coleman. So, all my mates all smoked. I've never smoked in my life. Irene Duckett, if you're watching this, Irene Myers, she gave me a cigarette when I was 12. And she said to me, by Ford's, a shop, it was called Ford's, she handed me it and said, just go like this and breathe in and let it come out your nose. So, okay, monkey see, monkey do. I've told you them like that, didn't I? I goes, and go. I went green, white, seen stars, and had to sit down. I was like boiled shite, and I've never ever touched a cigarette from that day to this. I can't even clean an ashtray up. If anyone drops a cigarette stump in my path or anywhere, I have to say to the kids, pick it up, or I have to brush it up. I will not touch it. I can't touch them. And I'm glad I'm like that as well. And I've never ever smoked. So getting back to Miss Coleman, I was standing with all the girls. When I got home that night, my mum said to me, "Why you like boiled shite?" I said, "I don't know." So she went, "Or have you been up to something?" I said, "No." She said, "Have you been drinking?" I said, not that night I hadn't, but I used to. I hadn't that night anyway. So I said, "No, I haven't." So she said, "You're pure white." And I knew what was that, why I was pure white, didn't I? Because of the ciggy. Yeah, I've never touched one since. So that was, wait till I think, getting back to Miss Coleman. Goes in, the ones I stand with had all been smoking, and they all used to do this and get the nicotine off on the ledges round the back of the gym. They'll be getting nicotine off. I didn't have none, but I've always had like segs on my hand, across your palm. I always had like brownie segs. Anyway, when they all goes in, they all gets called out one by one. Barbara Matthews, Irene Duckers, Sally Feely, Anne Kavanagh, they all get called out, all been smoking. And me, of course, and you, Catherine, over here. So I thought, hang on a minute, I don't smoke. So they're all getting the cane. She comes to me. I said, "I'm not taking it, miss." She went, she had a funny voice. She went, "Get that hand out now, get that hand out. No, no." I said, "I won't." I was always cocky at school, you know what I mean. I said, "I won't." I would never, ever, if I was in the right and I didn't do something, my heels got dug in, and no way were they going to make me say different. So I said, "I won't. I don't smoke." And she went, "Don't you dare tell lies." She said, "You were seen round the back of the gym." I must have been having a kiss round the back. No, you never, because none of the lads, that's another thing, I never even had a kiss off one in school. Must have been an ugly kid, me. Everyone else did except me. Shut up and get on with it. So I wouldn't take the stick. So she's banging the stick on to get my hand out. So I grabbed the stick, didn't I? And I pulled it. Wrong thing to do. I've always been a big tall girl. She was a little skinny thing. Pulled the stick. She went flying over the tables. Me, snapped the stick and legged it home. Legged it to my mum's. Run in. The front door was always open in my mum's. Run in the front door, belted it, stood behind the door. I knew the headmaster was after me. I'm like that. My mum said, "What have you done?" "What have you done?" I said, "Nothing, ma'am." I said, "They're blaming me for something I haven't done, ma'am." She said, What are they blaming you for?" I said, they wanted me to take the stick." She said, "Oh, did they?" "Why, what have they said you done then?" I said, "They said I was smoking." She said, "If the teacher said you were smoking, so I got a belt off me mum for running home." Needless to say, the headmaster knocked on the door and told her everything, and said to her that I'm expelled. So that was my first expelled. 3 altogether. That was my first expulsion. I stayed home for 2 days. My mum got fed up with me, dragged me back to... I had long auburn hair, didn't I? Dragged me back to school the next day. "You're going to that frigging school. You're not staying home all day and tormenting me." Because they did them days, didn't they? That's what they done. And I get accepted back in school. This was all 3 weeks before I should have left school officially. So, get let back in school. Week 2, the toilets got flooded. They used to have a bingo in the school I went to overnight, and my mum used to go to it. And we had a key behind our front door on a string. Loads of people did them days. Used to put your hand in, get the string. We all did it till we found out burglars got onto it. Then you couldn't do it. Anyhow, my mum took the key off and took it round. So I had to go to the school to get the key. So I went in and I said, I'm come to look for my mother. I said to get the front door key. So they said, okay, hurry up, go in and come straight back out because no children allowed. I said, okay. Goes in, gets the key off my mum. I goes home. The next day, I get called in the headmaster's office. I didn't know what I was going for. So I walked in innocent. No, I wasn't bothered. I knew he hadn't done nothing wrong. So I goes in. And he says, where were you last night, Catherine? I said, what do you mean? What do you mean, like, where was I? I was in my mum's. Well, I was playing out with my mates, like, but then I was in my mum's. And he went, what did you do last night? And I went, what do you mean, what did I do? I said, I had to come round here to get the key off my mother who was playing bingo. Yes. And then what did you do? I went home to get in and got tea and toast and that till my mum come in. What did you do in the school? I went, nothing. So they went, did you go to the toilet while you were here? I went, no. I said, I just got the key off my mum and went home. He said, no, you never. I said, yes, I did. I told you I was cocky, didn't I? Yes, I did. He said, no, you never. I said, yes, I did. I know what I've done. I'm not stupid. So he went, you flooded the toilets, didn't you? I went, what? I said, no, I never flooded the toilets. I didn't even go in the toilets. I didn't need to go in the toilets. I went home. So he went, no, you weren't. You were seen. I said, well, who by? Pull them in front of me, who by? Because no one could have seen me in the toilet. I was not in the toilets. Expelled number 2. They believed whoever they said told them. So I got expelled again. And I got dragged back again. A couple of days later. And my mum said to me, if this happens to you again, I swear to God, I'll leather you. I'm telling you, you won't know what's happened to you. She didn't. She used to hit me with the frying pan now and again. But if you went like that to save yourself, she'd say, don't you raise your hand to me. So she didn't hit you hard, like, or she'd throw the slipper. Get on with the story. So, expelled number 2. So I get dragged back again. And expelled number 3 was we went to a netball match. And girls were fighting at the netball match. And on the way home, I was seen fighting with a girl, with other girls as well, because the other school was fighting with us, because that's what they did then as well. Not like today, really bad, you know, hitting sort of thing, not like today with frigging knives and everything like that. But fighting was fighting, and the teacher seen it, so got dragged onto the stage the next morning, goes in school. Catherine, can you make your way up to the stage, please? And it happened to be the day when, and I don't know about you, I'm 76 next month, so I'm 75 now. I know I'm only 50 in my head. Don't let the old woman in the head think young. Don't let the old man in the head think young. We only had like 1, maybe 2 pair of knickers in them days, didn't we? Same with socks. So we used to wash our knickers. We'd let the tap run. We didn't have washing machines then. We'd let the tap run. We didn't have hot water either. Let the cold tap run, and you'd run the crutch. Run the crutch under my navy blue knickers under the tap, and you'd rub them in your hands, wouldn't you? And then you put them on the ash pan. It was called the ash pan, you know. Like you see that? See, like they used to put it under the coal fire, like an ash pan, so they heated them, and you put your knickers over it to dry them for the next morning. God help anyone who got up first next morning and opened the door, you got it with the smell of the piss from the night that what you hadn't washed out of the knickers properly, used to get, choking the next morning. So, same with my socks. My socks didn't stink, but they were the whitest of white, put it that way. So I get dragged on the stage. And he said this girl was fighting, well, 6 of us, this girl was fighting at a netball match, disgracing the school. She's the ringleader of it. I wasn't, because I was the tallest. They called me the ringleader, and I wasn't. So I got the 6 of the cane on each hand in front of the whole school, and they're all tittering and what have you. Me, would I cry? Even though it was like winter, no way was I going to cry in front of everyone in school. No chance. And so, grit your teeth, don't you? And you're getting 6, and each one, you're cringing at it. Don't mean no harm. Don't be writing underneath how cruel they were then. They weren't. It gave us discipline. It done me no harm. Look now, I was a foster mother. I've had 39 foster kids, 4 kids of my own, done my own painting and decorating, been on the sewing machine to make money and that. It done me no harm, so don't be writing underneath that Victorian days never should have been allowed. They never should have stopped it, in my opinion. Now they're fronting the teachers now these days, because they're not threatened with nothing. Get back to the story, okay? So, in front of the whole school. So my socks, one was grey. Well, the 2 were grey, but one was greyer than the other. And I'm sure you could smell the piss off my knickers when I dried by the ash pan. I'm sure he was getting a whiff of it, because he kept turning away at that, giving me the stick. So I got expelled again. That was 3 weeks on the run. And 3 weeks later, I should have left school. So it started 6 weeks before I should have left. So 3 weeks later, I should have, and I got expelled, and they said, you can't have your report, for the job. I said, well, I didn't say okay or nothing like that. I just shrugged my shoulders. I was a kid, shrugged my shoulders. So I had to collect my belongings from my desk, and Mr. Callahan was our form teacher. And going out of his door, he had all the school reports from that year of the school leavers that were leaving to pick up, because they needed them to show for employment, that was their reference. So as I'm gathering my stuff together, he says to me, the class is all sitting there chattering away, and he says to me, pick your belongings, Catherine, up, or pick your belongings up, Catherine, from your desk, and the one on the top of the pile. I thought, what's he on about, the one on the top of the pile? He put my report on the top of the pile, and I took it, because they said I couldn't have it. And I've always been grateful to him for that. But I've never been out of a job. I got expelled, and by not the following Monday, I think it was the Monday after that, I started work in Plessy's in Edge Lane. That lasted about 3 months. Then I ended up in Pexway in Edge Lane on the sewing machines. That's how I can use a sewing machine. I could never sew a straight line though. Whew, no. Sally was the one in charge then. She was there. And from there I went up and down Edge Lane, all the jobs. Dog collar place, making dog collars at the top of the road. I'm not proud of this. Don't get me wrong, I'm not proud at all. I was only 15. But I took our laddie, I pinched our laddie, a lovely studded collar, a lovely studded dog collar. Needless to say, the police come the next day. So I got sacked off that. And I got battered off my mother for robbing. But it taught me. And I'm going to sign off now. And I hope you like that little story. And I'll do part 2 of tomorrow. 60 years ago tomorrow. Happy birthday, Paul. Hope you have a great day. Off your Auntie Cat. Paul Flaherty, his name is. Happy 60th birthday. Love you millions, Paul. Bye for now.